welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences I've noticed between black people and white people. This video is not meant to be racist. This video is just kind of meant to have people maybe open their eyes to, you know, I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but everything I'm saying is real facts, and if people want to catch offense, that's because they know what I'm saying is true. Okay, so I made a list, and I'm just gonna go by my list to kind of keep it organized. So one thing I've noticed is that if you look at like the colleges, most like the white kids usually they don't have to pay for their own tuition, and the black kids, they don't usually go to school because they have to pay for their tuition, or they do go to school and they have to pay for it themselves. I feel like when white people have kids, and it's not just white people, like, you know, there's other races, but I'm just comparing the two groups for now, just for, you know, argument's sake and to make this video shorter. But they usually do have a savings account for their kid. I feel like black people, they don't really, I don't know what it is, it looks like they spend more money on themselves than they do on their kids. Like if you look at a lot of black people, like you'll see that they're wearing all this like fancy stuff like jewelry or nice clothes, and then it's like you look at their kid and their kid is wearing like stuff that doesn't even look as good as their clothes. Or you'll see they have all this fancy stuff, but they don't even own their own house in their own name. And it's just kind of like, you can kind of see that their priorities is kind of all about is all about like now and not about the future, you know? And I feel like when it comes to white people, like you look at their kids and it's like they pay for their kids' schooling, they put their kids in after-school programs from when they're young. And I want to stress the importance of after-school programs for kids, because when you look at black kids, you see a lot of them doing drugs at a young age, being involved in gangs at a young age, just doing things that kids shouldn't be doing at their age. And then you realize that there's nothing for them to do after school. They just have all this free time. Their parents just let them be outside, playing with their friends, whatever, and that's fine. But I feel like when you look at the white kids, they have hockey. You know, you see all of the white kids going to the rec center, you know, or they'll be at the baseball diamond, or, you know, their parents just put them in programs that can protect them. To me, that protects them because they don't have enough free time. They just go to school. After school, they have their program. Then obviously when they get home, they got to do their homework. There's no time to be outside doing foolishness. And that's the problem that black kids have. They just have too much free time. And black parents, they don't invest in their kids. And me, I'm not trying to say this is how all of them are, but it's a majority, okay? And one sec, I'm just looking at my list. Another thing is, I feel like black parents, they don't really focus on their kids' dreams. I feel like everyone, when they're born, they have a dream. And I notice a lot of black people want to talk about school, like, but then it's like, you realize there's some people in the world making more money than other people who went to school, and they don't even have education. Like, you look at LeBron James, like, he doesn't even have his full education. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he went to college, right? And then it's like, look at how much money he's making. It's like, and then I feel like the white people, like, they really push their kids towards their dream. Like, you see their kids being hockey players, or like, you know, being in the Olympics, or, you know, just doing like, just pushing them towards like what they dream about. And the purpose of this video is not to like downgrade, like say this race is better than that race. I just want parents to really realize that your kid's life is in your hands. You can't just have a kid and be like, oh, school, 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 just go to school. Like, that's not, you don't just put, like, make the kid, and then you don't do anything else after that. Yeah, you get them clothes, you get them food, but there's other things they need too, you know? So, the other point I wanted to make, and it slipped my mind. Oh yeah, okay, so I live in Canada, right? And one thing I realized is a lot of people, I'm 24, there's a lot of people I notice that have kids right now that are around my age, and I have a kid too myself, but one thing I noticed, even not just the people my age, but the people older than me, is that we get something called baby bonus in Canada, and that's basically where the government pays you every month for your kid, like every month till your kid turns 18. The amount does decrease over time as your kid gets older, but it doesn't decrease by that much. I believe most people get for a baby $600 every month, most people. It depends on how much money you're making too. But one thing I noticed is like everybody gets it though, no matter what, I believe. I'm not sure about if you're like rich, and I don't know about rich people. I don't know if they get it or they don't get it, but middle class people get it for sure. And I realized like a lot of people, like they use it on themselves, you know, and then you don't really see them using it on their kid. Like you'll see guys wearing like all the latest Jordans and all this flashy jewelry all of a sudden after they have a kid, or you'll realize girls, you know, around that time you see them partying or getting their nails done, getting their hair done. And you know, I understand using like some of the money on yourself, but I notice a lot of Black people only use it on themselves. Like they don't really use the money in a way where, you know, it will help their family to build, you know, like putting it in a savings account, saving, or even saving money for their kid, or investing it in something that could turn into more money. So I don't know. And then it's like the white people, I don't know, when I look at their kids, even it just seems like their kids don't have as much to worry about. And another thing I really like about white people is they have things that they pass down generation to generation. I noticed most of them. They have like houses that they pass down, you know. I noticed like Black people don't really like think about stuff like that. Most of them don't even have their own house in their own name, like to even pass down from generation to generation. But let me just make sure I got all my points down. Just gonna check my phone. Yeah, so I don't know, this video isn't really like, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to make people like just sit down and think about what they're doing, you know, because it's like every kid has a dream. No kid asked to be put here in this world. And I feel like if you look at all the successful people, nobody is successful on their own. They always have a team behind them, you know? You can't do anything just on your own. You always need, there has to be like somebody or something behind you in order for you to be successful in life. And I'm noticing just too many Black kids like not being successful in life, growing up like they have to sell drugs, or they're ending up in jail, or, you know, I'm just noticing too many of the same thing happening over and over again. And I just want Black people to realize, like, you got to start looking at other cultures and really seeing, like, oh, why are they prospering the way that they are, you know? So, but yeah, that's just my opinion on Black people versus white people. But that, yeah, sorry. That's all for today's video. I'm going to be making another video. I'm trying to double upload today. But yeah, I'm going to end this video because now I'm getting awkward. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that big red button down below to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.